We know that we can use the light, and the light forms the way of life. The influence of light, my goodness. I'm gonna give you tomorrow an overview, not from this light, but from another light, to use. Notice that sounds and light, so powerful. You can paint your office in which color? If it is in the south, make the colors cold. If it is in the north, make them warm. People respond on colors, and not only for their office, but also for the houses and hospitals, and so on and so on and so on. So colors are real a part of our life. When you look at a nice lady or a nice boy, and he has always black. My people I'm working with now with easy ways. They coming in the first time, being 200 or more, and they were all dressed in black. You can imagine what that means. And I said, well, next week you come, you have to change your color, your dresses, otherwise you don't come in my room. And they were dressed in white, in yellow and blue, and they will look like as if they were losing 20 pounds at least, only by don't having a diet. I forbidden, I said, well, I don't go for diets. I don't have to. So, don't do it. Your unconscious mind, your mental program has to run your life in a different way. And also the colors. And after a while they were satisfied with my advice to buy a new dress and so on and so on. Not the husbands, but that's another question. Yeah. You fix the ladies, you give them all you have, and the husband is coming and says, well, she fights me, she yells me, and she punishes me for the first time in 25 years. What you have done to my wife? So well, just a little bit therapy. Well, dangerous profession, I mean, therapeutic profession. Ooh. Can tell you stories about the hammer and the nail.
In this case, you're lucky you're a man. I expect that the woman would tell this, but the husband is coming. What are you women doing?
No, it's the only thing is keep in mind how to fight. You are stronger than you are. You know? By thinking, not by fighting. But if it is necessary, do it. Okay? It's the same if... No, I closed it. We have to work. Any questions so far?
So you just begin with a favorite color, right?
Yes. They are all favorite. It's the rainbow from Evelyn.
And you started with the 6 because of the 42?
No. I don't know 42, what is that? It was another question. I'll come back to the real world. I was sitting here working with Evelyn, okay?
Yeah.
And after the talking and the work, I was talking about regression technique. Normally I count back from 25 to 0 using the 6 as a regression for special problems with abused people and so on and so on. And what I was telling after that was, if you have, or you want the integration and a very nice regression to have them looking back from the age from now, for example, 42 or 46, and I said first 46 and then after second count was 42, and you can use the 6 again, and also by 24 it's also 6, to have the regression on the right way over there. Okay? So the 42 is imagination, having a patient of 42 problems and counting back with the regression, founding 1 count, 3, 4, 5. What I told you, they give me the unconscious idiomotoric signs, having 1, 2, 3 or 4 things putting on the blackboard. I was telling so that I was able, or I am able to work on one or two.
Do you always choose this color?
Even more or less. I mean, it was my unconscious mind using colors for myself. I was sitting in a group with Greta, one of my Austrian people, and he was giving a lecture about colors, and I was there, or painting, and I said, well, I put myself in a trance, and let's have the play as, let's look what is coming. So, I mean, yeah, you told that to me. Yeah. But that's pure unconscious work on that level, and you can work with all of the colors. You can mix up the colors, but you have to know what the mixing is. Otherwise, complementer or the primary colors or the sub-primary colors, you have to know a little bit about painting colors, and otherwise.
And in another way, I am so grateful that you didn't use the brown.
Well, he's not there.
No.
Sorry, Johan.
I'm very grateful.
He's not there.
Yeah. And I wanted to ask him whether you would say that brown would also be good.
No, sorry, but I was preparing this for her, knowing.
Yeah, but without without
it's
knowing.
It's not by thinking. It's unconscious
It's
work.
just in unconscious
Otherwise,
feeling. He has a feeling that he. I know that that's why I said with yourself, because it's exactly one after the other in this way. It's not so usually that somebody put it out like another one takes brown or another color, and to me it means something
you can imagine
very important.
You can imagine what it means, walking inside here and stay there and pick up the colors. I mean, it's not something you can do with your conscious mind. Otherwise, you're gonna pick the brown and the black. And I'm really was standing here with the black, and
It didn't come out.
I said no, or in the beginning or the end, and then I was.
But black could also be not could, is also a sort of equilibrium. Because black doesn't reflect color.
That's right.
And doesn't eat color, doesn't have them.
That's right.
So when I use sometimes to get in black, and it doesn't hurt me because it's
That's
this
right.
moment which I stand in my body, and I know my chakras where they are, and I know what color I have inside, and I can imagine the color whenever I want it. And if I have a low pressure, I use one color. If I have a high pressure, I use another one. But then I can take black pullover or something like this. Doesn't mind.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't mind.
Do me a favor and give more attention to your colors. If you use the colors on the right way, and look at home at your office or whatever, and change them. I know you are changed now, so change the color. It's automatic. It's automatic writing.
I changed that before.
Yeah, I know that.
In the classroom, I painted the classroom without solution.
Very good. Very good. Very, very good. So, that's really, working with colors, it's one of my favorite things, but it was one of my professions before I was starting my other studies after 2 years of whatever in operations. So, economics and other things. Don't do that.
Läuft es noch?
Don't.
You must stop.
Okay, I must. That's right. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, so we have to work now. Okay. Any questions?
Have you ever worked with anyone that was colorblind?
No. No. No.
I have a son who's colorblind.
You have a son who's
Yeah. And when he goes to pick out clothes, he may see a color like Peter's shirt and interprets it to look like the drapes, like a brownish color. The greens and the browns,
Yeah.
the olives all run together.
Well, as he feels the colors,
I think so.
I'm sure that he is able to feel the colors. A friend of mine is completely blind. He was one of my students for 3 years ago. He has a sailboat. You can imagine what that means. He's physiotherapist and acupuncturist and so on, and having a sailboat. And I said, well, that's ridiculous. How do you do that? He said, I listen, and it was wooden, how do you call it in real good English? Most of the time in America, the albatross is sitting on the top of it.
The mast.
Yeah, the mast. No, the mast is in the boat. Okay. No, outside the boat.
Oh,
So
the anchors?
yeah, the anchors. Yeah. He said, I listen to the distance, and then I hear that I'm about 5 meters from the anchor. Go with my ship. It's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. Most of the time, he is with 2 or 3 people, of course. Now, sometimes he is alone, and this is ridiculous. As you can imagine what that means. I mean, so that to feel the color is one of the things. If he is colorblind, and give him such a pieces of colors, yeah, have a look and say, well, that's the blue one, that is the yellow one, and I'm sure when he is able to concentrate, bless you, himself on that area, he noticed what the color
He
is.
develops the colors then afterwards because
Sure.
he feels the electric,
Molecules,
yes,
the structure of the molecule.
coming out of the color, and they have made a control in the head, in the level, to see if a blind man, how it fixes colors touching the skin. So you can, and if you show him this thing, he will be still colorblind, but if he has the possibility,
I'm sure.
possibility to touch it,
You have to work with it.